Everyone, welcome to the show. So Donald Trump's New York fraud trial continues, and Judge Arthur Engoron, I don't know if that's how you say it. I've been saying Engoron. Other people have been saying Engoron. Am I putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable? Can anyone confirm that for me in the comments section? Anyway, Judge Engoron, I'm going to say, just issued a new ruling this morning to prevent the Trump family from trying to sell or hide assets in advance of his ruling on the damages in this case. The judge wrote that all named defendants have to provide a list of any entity that they currently own and any third party that might have an ownership interest in that property or that company. They also have to notify the court in advance if they plan to create a new entity or of, quote, any anticipated transfer of assets or liabilities to any other entities. So the following people have 1 week to comply with this order. They have to provide this information to the court-appointed monitor for the Trump Organization. Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump, Alan Weisselberg, and the Trump Organization controller, the man named Jeffrey McConney. So Trump's week just keeps getting worse. And I have a feeling this is being done because it's being speculated online and in news outlets that maybe Trump might try to transfer things into Melania's name, or they might try to put things in Ivanka's name because neither one of them is named in this lawsuit. So, they might try to get around having to sell these assets by pulling a fast one. So we'll see. But anyway, yesterday was day 3 of the trial. By all accounts, Trump was growing visibly impatient and angry, even with his own attorneys. So apparently he flew back to Florida. He's not going to attend the remainder of the trial until he has to testify. But reporters say that when the judge noted on more than one occasion that no one requested a jury trial, Trump got really pissed. They said Trump turned to his defense lawyer, Alina Habba, at his left to complain in loud groans. This reporter could only make out the words, "no jury," then threw his arms up and shook his head. The former president then let out an annoyed sigh and slumped forward. As for the testimony so far, accountant Donald Bender was on the witness stand from Monday through Wednesday, and Trump became very agitated at one point because he couldn't hear what he was saying. Evidently, Bender has a very soft voice, a very low voice. So reporters say that Trump was clearly irritated. He spread his arms out and then he pointed to his ear. I mean, remember, this is a guy who reportedly couldn't sit through his presidential briefings, and his staff said they had to limit it to 3-page with big words and pretty pictures to keep his attention. So, you're asking a giant toddler to sit still and be quiet for 6+ hours. I mean, this is exactly how I would imagine it would go. Anyway, Bender testified that the Trump Organization withheld documents when he was handling their tax matters. And Mazars, which is the accounting firm that he was employed by, they refused to handle the Trump Organization taxes as of February of 2022 because they questioned the accuracy of the information that they were being given by the Trump Organization from the Trump family. So Bender's testimony contradicts exactly what Trump's attorney told the judge in her opening remarks. Alina Habba had said that Bender had, quote, unfettered access to all of their tax information, because Trump is trying to make the argument that, I did nothing wrong, but if there was something wrong, if there is something inaccurate in my tax documents, that's the fault of the accountants. But an accountant can only do so much, right? They can't pull documents out of thin air. I mean, they have to work with what you give them. So if you're withholding information, if you're hiding stuff from your accountant, how are they liable? And on cross-examination, Trump's other attorney made a complete jackass out of himself. Seriously, he did, from what it sounds like, he did everything but service Donald Trump right there in the courtroom. I'm not joking. From the reporting, it sounds like attorney Jesus Suarez acted outraged and incredulous during Bender's testimony. And they said that he repeatedly reminded Bender that this is the, quote, former president of the United States, quote, the GOP frontrunner, and, quote, the leader of the free world. And at one point, everyone in the courtroom started laughing at him because he said, quote, I am emotional about it because it's not funny. The leader of the free world relied on you to get it right, and you did not. Oh, Lord. Anyway, a second witness took the stand on Wednesday, also an accountant named Cameron Harris. This person was from a different firm called Whitley Penn. Harris testified that the accuracy of tax filings is the responsibility of the client, and he provided a contract from his firm which states that the accounting firm is, quote, not required to and will not verify the accuracy or completeness, and, quote, our engagement cannot be relied upon to identify or disclose any misstatements, including those caused by fraud or error. And then the Attorney General's office read a similar disclaimer that they had from Mazars. So it's not going great for Trump and his sons. And you guys may have heard the judge imposed a limited gag order on Trump because he posted information about the judge's law clerk on his failing social media site and sent out emails about her. He shared a photo of her with Democratic Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. And then he referred to her, to the law clerk as Schumer's girlfriend. He also shared a link, apparently, to her private Instagram profile. So Trump was ordered to remove the post, and then also, you cannot say or anything or post anything disparaging about any of the judge's staff. Judge Engoron warned if you do it again, you could face significant sanctions. And then at the end of the day on Tuesday, the judge ordered everyone out of the courtroom, except for Trump, his team, and then the attorney general's team. No one knows, though, what it was all about. They were in there, they said, for about 20 minutes, but nobody said a word, nobody copped to, so we have no idea what was said. I would think it was something that didn't go in Trump's favor, otherwise he would have come out and blabbed about it. But yeah, he was like, oh, I'll see you tomorrow. He just got in his car and left, wouldn't answer any questions. Anyway, that's where it stands. I will let you all know if I hear any more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, please subscribe if you have not. Please donate if you possibly can. Love you all. Take care. I will talk with you soon.